What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Breakdown. And you can definitely follow me on Twitter. My Twitter name is the exact same name as on here, OKC Boy. So let's get right into it. Let's talk about the Los Angeles Lakers. Just when I thought the Lakers couldn't go any lower than they already are, to me, in my eyes, they seem to do just that. Last night they gave up. I think they played. I can't even remember who they played. Let me look it up. I'm gonna stay on, but I'm gonna look it up. But they gave up 142 points last night, and then they played. I don't know why I'm going so blank right now. But anyway, the Lakers gave up 142 points, and then turned around the very next night and give up 134 points in consecutive nights. So, man, I mean, how much more lower can the Lakers go? I mean, this is already like an embarrassment, um, to the NBA and to the Los Angeles Lakers organization. Let's see. Tonight, the Lakers played. Where are we at? Denver gave up 140, played 100, gave up 134 points to Denver. Oh, and then they played the Clippers. That's who they played, and they gave up 142 points to the Clippers, and then 134 points to the Denver Nuggets in consecutive nights. Both games, to make it worse, were in Staples Center. I tell you what, if I was a Los Angeles Lakers fan, I would take my tickets back and ask for my money back because that's especially if I was a season ticket holder. I would ask for a discounted rate. I would ask for a little bit of my money back on those two games because I'm just surprised the Lakers still seem to get sold out games, or at least it appears that way. With all the different things to do in and outside of the Los Angeles area, I'm surprised that they're still getting games because I'll tell you what, if this were the Miami Heat fans don't play that. Like if the Miami Heat aren't good, that stadium's gonna be half full. If you don't believe me, just go back and look at film of the 2007, 2008, 2009 days of the Miami Heat. Stadium was half full because the Miami Heat weren't that good during those years. So, like I said, with all the things to do in and outside of Los Angeles, I'm surprised the Lakers are still getting a decent crowd. But like I said, maybe it's just because it's the winter time. But let's talk about the Lakers. So early in the season, it seemed as if the Lakers were, when you watched them, you saw like a young, energetic group that was excited to play. You had Jody Meeks, Xavier Henry. You had the guy from Syracuse. I can't think of his name right now. Jordan Farmar. You had a lot of athletic, guards with some energy, and we all knew the Lakers weren't going to be good, but the first so many games of the season, I think that we were kind of optimistic because we were thinking, okay, if Kobe can come back with this group. And then you had Steve Blake too, and Steve Nash. But we were thinking, okay, if Kobe can come back with this group, maybe they can make a run for the eighth seed. Just maybe. It's going to be tough, but maybe they can make a run. And Kobe comes back and he plays okay, and then Kobe gets hurt again, and then Steve Nash is just ever since Steve Nash has come to the Lakers, really the Lakers have wasted money on Steve Nash. That's what the Lakers have done the last 2 or 3 years. They've just done a lot of wasting money. Steve Nash has just been hurt in and out. I think it's time for him to retire. If I'm the Lakers, I don't re-sign him. This move for Steve Nash just hasn't worked out. He was hurt quite significantly last season. And then you look at this season, he can't even string together 5 games in a row on the court because he's always hurt. And then after Kobe got hurt again, it seems like the Lakers really just went downhill. And like I said, they really weren't winning a whole lot when Kobe was in the game. He was playing point guard. Steve Blake was in and out of the lineup. Who else did they have? Brown. Uh, he was in and out of the lineup. Um, a bunch of guys have just been in and out of the lineup. Gasol is not the same as he used to be. I mean, the Lakers really just got guys off the streets almost. I mean, like it's almost as if I could have just hand selected these guys off the streets, and you know, it's just bad. Like I mean, it's so bad that when they played the Cleveland Cavaliers, they got down to 5 players and one fouled out, and by NBA rule, that if you only have 5 players, you have to finish the game with 5 players. So by rule, you can really foul as much as you want to. That's terrible for an organization like the Los Angeles Lakers to have only 7 players being able to suit up for a night. That's just horrible. And once Kobe got hurt again, I'd be willing to bet my bottom dollar Kobe could probably come back and play because the Lakers' record wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad when he left. It was bad, but I mean, if they'd made a run here or there, they could be in the discussion. But Kobe Bryant, he's looking up and he don't want to play with that. Kobe does not want to play with those guys, and I wouldn't either. And I tell you what, with all the injuries they've had, I bet you a lot of players don't want to go out there and play. I'm not saying players are faking injuries, but I believe players got injuries. But I believe if they were in contention, some of these players would be getting out there and playing. But I think that the season's gone so bad that, you just got players that they don't want to go out there. And I don't blame Kobe. Lakers are paying $30 million to Kobe Bryant. How about that? $30 million to sit around. How about that? $30 million. Man, I mean, I can't remember the last time somebody made $30 million and all they did was sat around and watched the basketball game. Even entrepreneurs are getting out doing more work than Kobe Bryant's doing, and he's making $30 million this season. I mean, I know that they signed this contract years ago, and he's supposed to make this $30 million. This was in the works. And then the Lakers turn around and sign him to $24 million over the next, $48 million over the next 2 years. So that's $28 million per. Already knowing that he was already injured. So the Lakers, man, I mean, it's kind of like the old story of what's wrong with California economically. Lakers are just throwing away money, and it's just gotten sad. I mean, this is just an organization like the Lakers is going downhill like this. Has gone downhill like this. Like Jerry Buss has got to be rolling over. Got to be rolling over right now. And I'm not even a Lakers fan, but this is just horrible. But maybe this is a little bit of karma. They fired Mike Brown after a couple of games last season. Didn't really give him a chance. And fired him after he didn't even play with his starting lineup last season. Fired him, brought in D'Antoni. That was a mistake. Could have brought in maybe Phil Jackson, but they didn't even offer Phil Jackson. So maybe this is a little bit of karma because I think D'Antoni's got to go. I mean, you give up. I mean, this is D'Antoni's MO. I mean, you give up 142 and then turn around the next night and give up 134. D'Antoni, as soon as he got to the locker room, he should have got done just like Lane Kiffin, and they should have fired him if they haven't already. I haven't seen anything in the news, but D'Antoni's got to go. I mean, nothing's worked out. I really don't think the Steve Blake deal, ever since they brought him in, I don't think Steve Blake's been that great for the Lakers. Even back when Phil Jackson was there, I don't think Steve Blake was that great. Steve Nash definitely hasn't worked out, so that's been a waste of money. Gasol, he isn't what he used to be. With you put some guys around Gasol, maybe he can be decent, but he's not what he used to be. Really, Kobe, maybe Jody Meeks, coming off the bench, those are maybe the only players that I would consider keeping. I guess you can say the future looks bright for the Lakers because, they're going to have one of the top picks. They're going to have, I'd assume that they're not going to bring a lot of these guys back. That's what I would assume. They're not going to bring a lot of these guys back. A lot of these guys that are on their team are either players that probably should really be playing in the D League or players that, on most NBA teams, even bad NBA teams, on most NBA teams would be like the 8th or ninth guy to get off of the bench. So this is just really, really bad. The Lakers have ended up in a situation like this, and ever since I've been watching basketball, I've never seen the Lakers in a situation like this. I've seen the Lakers not make the playoffs, but not this bad. This is horrible. So let me know what you guys think. I think it's just a little bit of karma. Yeah, Mike Brown and Cleveland Cavaliers, they're not doing that bad, but they're not doing that good, but this is a little karma. I bet Mike Brown's just sitting back laughing like, okay, yeah, you got rid of me. Even if Dwight Howard didn't come back, even if Dwight Howard was back on this team this year with everything that's gone on, they might be a couple of games better, maybe 5 games better, but it wasn't going to make a difference. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think the Lakers are horrible. They need to. D'Antoni, I think this is the end. You can say maybe he didn't get a fair shake, but it is what it is. Hurt players or not, you gave up that many points. And there's other bad teams in the NBA, and I can't remember any other teams in the NBA giving up that many points on a back-to-back basis at home. So D'Antoni, he's probably, he should enjoy his time as a Laker. You can say he didn't get a fair deal. Hey, maybe he didn't, but, the Lakers, you might want to look at Mitch Kupchak too. He hasn't done anything but just give away money. What I want to hear from is the Laker fans. The Laker fans out there watching this, let me know your thoughts on what the state of the Lakers, what they need to do to at least, and let's not even talk about championships. What do they need to do just to at least, get back into, being one of the top, 6, 7 teams in the NBA, not in the NBA, in the Western Conference. What do they need to do? And, that's making playoffs. So what do they need to do to get back to playoff status? Because right now they're a long way off of that. Long way off of that. Even if Kobe comes back, even if Kobe had played all year, Kobe'd make them a lot better, but they'd be scrapping to get that 8th seed, just like they were last year. So, you look at last year and this year, it just hadn't worked out for the Lakers. Laker fans and NBA fans, basketball fans, chime in on this. What do the Lakers need to do to get back? And what do you think about the current state of the Lakers? What changes need to be made? I'm out.